Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing another renovation, but we are now in Oasis Springs. This is a 2-bedroom house with a 2-restroom situation as well. We have an open concept living room, dining room area. The kitchen was a little closed off, but I ended up changing it up a bit. But today we have a challenge where we have to match the colors that we got in this random palette generator. You can see that on the right hand side of the screen. And so for the exterior, we got this dark blue, a light gray, yellow, orange, no, sorry, that's red, and a green. So I was trying to figure out how to incorporate those colors into the house. I ended up changing the roof to this like bluish gray roofing tile. So that's what I ended up putting there, or I guess they're kind of like shingles. And then I was trying to put the windows in the green color, but I didn't really like it. So I ended up changing them to these red windows from For Rent. I really like these windows. I think they're some of my favorite windows, and I think they go perfectly with that color that we got. I was then trying to figure out what door to put. I was playing around with a red one, and I ended up putting this gray one, which is from Base Game, I believe. And I think it gives that mid-century modern vibes that go with the house, and the whole world of Oasis Springs is very like mid-century modern. To incorporate the green color that we got in our color palette, I ended up incorporating that in the plants, and so as you can see, I put way too many plants for Oasis Springs, but I wanted to have that pop of color of green somewhere in this house. Now I'm going inside, and I played around a little bit with the kitchen. I made it a little bigger, and I made that other room a little smaller. So the next color palette that we got was this red, orange, yellow, like a light brown and a darker brown. I ended up using this wallpaper and flooring from Lovestruck, and I'm using these countertops from the Base Game. I ended up switching them for this lighter orange. I just thought it looked a lot better. I'm using this fridge from the Home Chef Hustle kit, and the stove is also from the Home Chef Hustle kit. I'm putting just one cabinet, again from the Home Chef Hustle kit, and as you guys know, if you watch my videos, you know that I love open shelving, so I ended up putting some open shelving over the counters as well. Oh, I ended up using this little cart that's from the new kitchen clutter kit. I just think it's super cute, and it went really well with the colors that we got for this kitchen. I didn't know you could stack these little boxes from the kitchen clutter kit like this, and I just think they look really cute. I think the red one reminds me of Hot Cheetos. I know it's probably not Hot Cheetos, but I just think of Hot Cheetos when I see them. I'm cluttering up the other little shelf here, and I put this mat from the Sleek bathroom kit, and that is our kitchen. So moving on, we got this next color palette with like a purple, a light purple, like a yellow green, and an aqua and a darker blue. I really like this color palette. I ended up using these little tables. I think they're from Base Game, and I just thought they were the perfect color. So I ended up putting them together and making a long table. I really like the glass look of them, and I think they look really well here in the entrance. I found these two paintings that I thought could go well with the colors that we got. I ended up just keeping the one from Dream Home Decorator and making the one from Snowy Escape just a little smaller to give it a pop of color there at the entrance. I'm cluttering up the space here with some Kleenex, some flowers, a phone, some magazines. The magazines actually help a lot with that aqua that we got. I ended up adding this little wall because I just wanted some more division, and I added this mirror and purses in the entrance of the house. I end up putting these shoes, which also match our color palette, and this base game mat, which also has like a very 2015 vibe. I end up using this flooring, which is like a dark blue. And then going into the living room, I got this color palette of purple, pink, or like bright pink or dark pink, orange, yellow, and green. And so I end up using this flooring to match that yellow that we got. And for the green, I'm using these doors from Base Game, which I think match exactly to the color that we got. And for the paneling, I wanted the doors to kind of blend in to the background, and so I'm using this green paneling to give it more texture. I couldn't really change the windows because I still wanted them to match the outside colors that we got, so I ended up just keeping it like this. But I end up using these purple chairs from Lovestruck. I was trying to find a sofa in this color, but I couldn't really find one. But these chairs match perfectly. I'm using this sofa from the Cozy Kitsch Kit. I didn't really find one that I liked, and so I thought a more neutral color would go well with this living room. And then, oh my god, I found this art piece from Dream Home Decorator, and it has all the colors that we got in our color palette. So I had to put it there, and I'm just making or putting more pillows on this sofa to bring in those colors into the rest of the sofa, because that sofa is like so gray and beige. So having a little bit more pillows in other colors definitely helps. So that's the living room. Next, we're going into the dining room, where we got this green color palette, dark green, light green, and then like a brownish color at the end. I changed up the windows into this green color because if you recall, this was also a color that we had at the beginning, so I'm technically checking off all the boxes. I'm using this table, which I believe is from Dream Home Decorator, and this lamp, which is from Base Game. It usually comes in like a beige, but here I used a green swatch. I'm using this rug that is from Life and Death, and the bowl in the middle and the little frames are from the Cozy Kitsch Kit. And then I just ended up putting a plant there in the corner because it was just so random. Then we got this color palette, which immediately made me think of the laundry day pack because these colors match exactly that pack. And so originally I was gonna make this a restroom, but then since we got this color palette, I was like, I'm just gonna make a laundry room. And so I got most of the stuff in here from laundry day. I love that these washers come in this orange color. They actually come in a lot of colors, which make any laundry room look really, really cute. I was trying to look for purple things to put in here, and I found these boxes, and I found these shirts from Base Game, which also come in purple. I got this chair from Base Game that also has that purple color and the color yellow, and I put this frame from Dream Home Decorator. The next colors that we got are like these aqua green, aqua blue colors with like a beige and brown. So I'm using this flooring from High School Years, and I'm using a wallpaper from Base Game. I really like this color palette for a restroom. I thought it was really sweet and clean. I don't know, it was giving clean for me. This sink is from Life and Death, and it matches that dark blue that we got. And this little mat is also from the Sleek Bathroom Kit. I'm just hanging some things on the wall. I was trying to figure out what art to put in here. I really like this one with the little bird from For Rent. And then I was playing around with some other art. I ended up switching them and putting this one from City Living. I think City Living was one of the first packs that I got, and I just love this painting. The hand soap is also the same color as the yellow that we got in our swatch, so it looked really cute in here. I used this mirror from Dream Home Decorator and this little plant from Lovestruck. And I'm using this hamper to sort of match that dark or like that brown that we got at the end. The last room, or the second to last room in the house, actually is the bedroom. So we got these colors of like brown red, light brown, a beige, blue, like a baby blue, and a darker blue. I found this wallpaper that I think it's from the Cozy Bistro kit, and I thought it was perfect. I also found this other one from Lovestruck, but I really wanted to incorporate that beige color, and so I kept this wallpaper, and I'm using this bed from high school years. It has those two blue swatches that we got. I'm using these two tables from Cottage Living. I thought they also match really well with the blue. This rug is from Lovestruck as well. Honestly, this was a really fun challenge because I don't think I would have put any of these colors together if it weren't for the challenge. I think I'm definitely gonna do this again in the future because it just challenges me to do something different and think outside the box. I like to go for certain colors when I build, and so this was fun for me, honestly. I'm using this dresser that's from For Rent, and then I end up using these curtains from Base Game because I didn't really want to cover those windows because I think the red sort of matches the color palette that we got. These people must always have allergies or they must always be sick because I put Kleenex everywhere. Honestly, in my house, I have Kleenex everywhere, so I think it's just me projecting. So going into our last room, we got this very pastel color palette with a yellow, a green, purple, and like a pink at the end. I was picturing that since I've been doing a lot of gaming when The Sims 4, maybe the person who lives here just wants to have an office to game properly. And so I ended up making a super cute office. So I'm using this lilac wallpaper and I'm using these like shelves or like unit console, I guess you can say, from the Cozy Kitsch kit. I found this table from high school years and I just think it's so cute. It goes perfectly. And then I found these flowers from high school years and I thought the purple was gonna come through and it didn't, but I still kept them because I wanted to add some sort of interest to the wall. I used these LED lights from the Party Essentials kit. Honestly, I only got this kit because of the vinyl player, but I found that some of the stuff on the kit are actually not too bad. I wanted to make a gallery wall. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to put here originally, so this came together pretty quickly, and I think it looks really cute. I'm using these curtains from the Desert Luxe kit and that pink swatch, and I'm just putting a few more things here in the room. Honestly, if I was a little kid and I saw my mom with this office, I would want to be in here all the time. These colors are super cute. I'm using these wall plants from the Lovestruck pack, and I ended up using this rug from Base Game. Now, as we step outside, I got this more muted color palette with like dark blues, dark greens, and a red. And so I thought it was perfect for an outdoor space. You couldn't really put many bright things, but I decided to try to find what I could. And I ended up finding this hot tub with the red sort of ceiling. So that checked off one box. And if you see the rocks around the hot tub, they also match the blue color that we got. So this is a space that we have ended up with. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.